I want to talk a little bit about spiritual retreat, why we need spiritual retreats, why spiritual retreats are so important. In all traditions, there's spiritual retreats. And why are they so important for us? Why are they so important for our spiritual life and our health and our life in general? And the reason is that when we're caught up in what we call me and my life, the world, society, media, social media, all this stuff, all our daily life, our problems, the things, challenges, things we deal with, goals and plans, all of this thinking. This is a dream, and there's a lot of suffering and conflict in this dream. The dream of separation, the dream of me, I, me, mine, me, myself, as separate from everything else. There's a lot of conflict and suffering in this. And the world that we live in, not the human world, it's a world of illusion and dream, but the actual world, the natural world, if we walk into nature, is incredibly harmonious. It's perfect harmony. It's beautiful how everything interacts and is interdependent on everything else. It's a beautiful thing to see. And we rarely see this unless we spend time in nature alone, quiet, without a cell phone, without another person to talk to, and just observe what's really going on. Because otherwise we're caught up in our mind. We're caught up in this trap of duality, illusion, suffering, conflict. And that's very challenging for us. It's true that every night we leave this in deep dreamless sleep. That's a retreat that we all have every single night. We're just not aware of it. In deep dreamless sleep, there is no body, mind, world, no conflict, no separation. There's just this perfect harmony, this perfect peace. So a retreat, it's great that we have this when we sleep. It's essential for our health that we escape from this illusion of this idea of separation that we have, that all humans have, this dream of separation, that we retreat from that, we escape from that for a moment. And our sleep gives this to us. Being in nature alone also gives us to this, which if you do this, you know. I mean, being in nature alone is a retreat. It takes a little while for the mind to calm down and the thoughts to stop, but slowly they do. The longer we spend in nature alone, without conversation, without anything to trigger more thoughts, eventually our thoughts slow down. Thoughts are part of the dream. And we begin to just feel nature around us and feel that we are nature, that we're not separate from anything around us. The sky, the land, the trees, the birds, all that is us. We're in harmony with all of it, as everything in nature is in harmony. So we get to experience this beautiful harmony, and it feels wonderful. And this is why we go into nature, why we spend time in nature, whether it's sitting by the ocean, listening to the waves crashing on the shore, being in a forest, or our own garden. You know, it's very important to do this. So spiritual retreats are like this. And they're there's more time to do this. It's like going into nature for a week is a wonderful thing to do. Alone, leave your cell phone behind, go into nature without any other people and just be in nature for a week. And it's very relaxing. It's very helpful. It's very healthy for us to do this because we're coming into the real world out of the illusory world that humans live in. Humans live in an illusory world, and it's a world of a lot of suffering and pain and conflict and lack of peace, lack of love, lack of harmony. That's the human world. That's human society. So we spend time away from that on retreat, whether it's camping, hiking, camping alone in nature, away from people, away from the influences from media and all that stuff, and allowing our system to calm down, our mind to calm down, so we can really experience what's here. And a spiritual retreat does the same. We're with people, but often it's in silence, so we avoid the conversations that trigger the mind, and we live in this place of harmony, of peace, of stillness, of silence, of love. And so this is the purpose of a retreat, of spiritual retreat. Now, one of the advantages of a spiritual retreat is to be with people that live in this way, free of the conflicts of the mind and the illusion of separation. And simply by being with people who are living in this way, we feel that in ourselves. That's our natural state, and we begin to feel that too. It sort of gives permission for you to feel it when I'm feeling it, and other people are feeling it. It gives you permission to also let go of this illusion of a separate self and the conflicts and ideas and problems in the mind, to just stop for a moment and let yourself just be. And when you're just being, you are in harmony with the universe, with everything, because you are. That's your true nature. That's reality. But while your mind is occupied, while society is telling you you're different from this and this, there's a bad person, there's a good person, everything is different. Everything is separate. Everything is in conflict. Even the weather is in conflict with everything else, but it's not. The reality is it's all in complete harmony. It's all in absolute harmony. So to get out of this dream, this illusion, this nightmare of separation and illusion, and simply settle into what's true, what's real. And when others are doing that too, it gives you permission. So that's the beauty of a spiritual retreat, is to be with people, usually the teachers or the facilitators of the retreat, or people who live in this way, as I do. I'm fortunate, I'm a monk, so I live on retreat all the time. But this is a great gift that I want to offer to you, to live in this way, to join me in this. My friend Tasia and I are doing a retreat in Ojai, California, where he lives, an in-person retreat for 3 days at the end of June 28th, 29th, and 30th, I think it is, but you can check and see. And if you're interested in this, I'm gonna post Tasia's email. So to find out about the retreat, you write to him, his email, tasia@tasiaanand.com. But I'll put it in a little description of the video, so that you can write to him. And also I'll put it on my website, so that you can write to him. And if you're interested, he'll send you information. And if you're interested, you can sign up to it. I think right now there's 3 or 4, maybe 5 spaces left in the inn where we're holding the retreat, and it's much less expensive to get a room in the inn, and it's plus where we're holding the retreat anyway. So there's still a few spaces left. So it's a good idea to contact him soon before those fill up, and and sign up and get one of those spaces. There are other places to stay when those fill up around there, but they're a little more expensive and they're further away. They're not right at the location where we're going to be having the retreat. So this is a wonderful opportunity to be in this space. Even 3 days is wonderful. Just time, if nothing else, just time to stay away from society, from social media, from all the things in your life that you usually do, that you're preoccupied with, what you consider me and my life. Me and my life is basically a dream for most of us. It's the dream of separation, the dream of a me. And if you can be in a space where people are not experiencing that sense of me-ness, that sense of I separate from the world, separate from everything else, it's a wonderful experience and retreat and very healthy. Yes, you do this every night in deep dreamless sleep, and that's wonderful and absolutely necessary. And there's nothing that you have to do for that. It happens every time, every night when you're asleep. It's just that you're not aware of it. You don't get the direct, aware experience of it. And with the retreat, you do. And if you can't do this retreat, spend time in nature alone. Spend as much time as you can away from social media and everything until enough time for your thoughts to calm down. Generally, on a spiritual retreat, it takes up to 3 days for your thoughts to really quiet down so you can really experience life as it is. And maybe this will be faster on this retreat since it's only 3 days. You can spend some time afterwards too as well, but there are 3 days, booked for this time. So it's a wonderful thing to do. And if you haven't been on a retreat before, this is a real treat. This is one of the greatest treats you can experience in this world. Is to simply be, to stop being in the dream, to let go of the illusion, and simply be your true self in the world as it really is. And there's nothing that you have to do for this. You just have to stop the dream. You have to stop the attachment to what's not true, which essentially is all of human society, all of media. Reality is much different than this. This is why if you go and spend a week in nature, hiking, away from anywhere where you can get, computer reception or media reception, or just leave your phone off. Enough time for your mind to slow down, to quiet down, to stop, and become aware of life as it is, as you are. Because you are nature. You are not just in harmony with everything, you are everything. That's the most highest harmony there is oneness, to be one. And this is your true nature. So I hope you'll join me and Tasia in this retreat if you can. I look forward to seeing you here. This is the first in-person retreat that I've offered. And because putting them together is a lot of organizing, a lot of stuff. And I'm not really, as a monk, I'm not really that interested in doing that kind of thing. I'm more just living in peace. So spending time organizing all that stuff is not something that I've usually been so interested in doing. But Tasia's fortunately put all this together, so I don't have to do it. I just have to show up. And I will. And I hope you do too.